please give it up for my buddy. He's my buddy, and he's white, and he's a good friend. Steve Guy, everybody. Give it up for Steve. Are we gonna ever get that cut together?
Wow, that was the most ridiculous introduction of everybody you've ever given.
Yeah, you know.
Give it up for Rescue Hopkins, my co-host, everybody.
Hey.
Are you sweating?
It's hot up here, dude. This is some suede. Look at my jacket. Look at what happens when I do this.
It's lambskin.
That's why I'm sweating, because I'm black and wearing lambskin, dude.
You're lucky you have me around. Not only did this kid show up today for our 5th episode wearing a hoodie that I let him borrow 2 weeks ago, but he's also outfitted by my jacket, so.
This is what Steve gives to his co-host, is this jacket.
If I've never mentioned on this show, Radescu and I go way back because we met on the Big Brother program, just so everybody knows. And as he got older, I just couldn't find it upon myself to, let him go. He obviously needs to learn from me in life.
Stop. If I'm learning from you as a big brother, and this is how I'm dressed for a TV show, it's with suede. I don't even, sweat is getting in my eyes, dude. I can't do this.
He works out a lot, obviously, with the sweat. Anyway, let's get into the news, Q, shall we?
Okay.
So this week there's a little bit of uproar. Disney is coming out with a TV movie called Sophia the First, and it actually features the very first princess with Hispanic heritage.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, crazy,
Hispanics.
Huh? Sophia, of course, she lives in a world that they said has schools led by fairies, songs with a Latin beat, and markets you can only find in North Africa. Or, as Republicans might refer to it as, LA or New York.
LA.
Yeah. Speaking of Republicans, Donald Trump had huge news he decided to say to everyone. Did you hear his big news? He went on and on about this for like a week. He was going to give us news that just transforms the entire election about Obama.
Yeah, what was that?
Here's what it was. Guy goes on YouTube, and he says he will donate $5 million to the charity of Obama's choice if Obama releases his college transcripts, and his passport records. But that's it. That's all. That was his big news. It was an offer. It was an offer to Obama. That's it. The guy wasted everybody's time. It wasn't worth watching. I mean, Donald Trump was to the media world what The Apprentice is to NBC.
The NBC and Donald Trump isn't Donald Trump The Apprentice? Like, isn't that what he do?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not worth watching. That's my point.
I want to donate $5 million to Donald Trump if he tells us if that's a toupee or not.
You don't have $5 million.
I just stole it.
Right. All right. Maybe you'll get it from your new friend, owner of Crave Vodka.
Crave, baby.
Yeah. You good?
Yeah. No, I'm good.
All right.
I'm done.
So anyway, recently, of course, Sweetest Day happened. Round of applause, anybody here in the audience, if you celebrated Sweetest Day. Not very many, right? That's because 98% of us still have no clue what it is, but 100% of those women in that 98%, of course, are going to celebrate it no matter what anyway. But the big deal with Sweetest Day, here's what I think. So it's really only like in Ohio, maybe a couple other states. Could you imagine if you were Mitt Romney and you had a binder full of women to celebrate Sweetest Day with? That's gotta suck, man. A lot of money there. And of course, finally, Halloween coming up. We're decorated here. I don't know if the cameras will catch any of this, but we have cobwebs surrounding us. What are you gonna be? Are you gonna be anything for Halloween?
I'm gonna be the Green Arrow, and I am going to go.
Like you're just gonna be an arrow that's green, or like the character of the Green Arrow?
I'm gonna just go grab some green cloth and get some arrows. I found a crossbow, and I'm just gonna go run around the neighborhood.
I don't think you should have a crossbow.
I'm gonna be safe with a crossbow.
Rob doesn't like that idea. Dawkins does not like. No one likes the idea of you having a crossbow.
I would be good with a crossbow.
I think. You know what I love most about Halloween?
What?
Be the one day of the year that Donald Trump doesn't look like a jackass. Hey. I went with the cheesy joke.
Thanks, Scratch and Riff.
Thanks, Rob. That was total. I just wanted to call him a jackass. I don't know.
Let's just call him a jackass.
I should have left off. I should have left off on you talking about being the Green Arrow, I guess. Anyway, hey, we got a great show for you guys. The band iPhonic is here. They're going to perform for you and challenge us in Flip Cup. Give them a round of applause real quick. They're loud even for themselves. And from WKYC Channel 3, we have Maureen Kyle on the show for you this evening.
Yeah.
We've also got some special correspondents coming for you from our man Damon Kamen. My co-host right here with Rescue Hopkins, and give it up for Scratch and Rip, everybody, our house band. All right. So, Election Day is fast approaching. The essence of the American spirit, right? Democracy, Q.
Go Obama.
Right. We established why you vote for him. You're supposed to be educated, remember? At any rate, we felt that we really needed to give the election its due, like we have not yet on the show since it's coming up. So, the only person that could shed light on such a topic, please welcome our Up Late correspondent, Damon Kamen, everyone. Welcome, buddy.
Thank you, thank you. Good to be here. Thank you, Stephen. Oh, who's it going to be, America? I've done my research. I watched the debates. I read some articles. And I'm here to give you my professional opinion. Now, before we get into their policies, I think we should look at these candidates as people. Say what you want about Mitt Romney, but this guy looks like the President of the United States. I mean, if there was a stereotype of what the President of the United States should look like, it's Mitt Romney. Like, if you wanted to cast a president in a movie, you would cast Mitt Romney. He looks like he's wearing a president costume, almost. I was watching the debates, and I kept expecting Patrick Swayze to rip off his Mitt Romney mask and then rob Obama and then parachute out of the building.
I love Point Break.
I love Point Break.
Oh, it's
Keanu's
awesome.
so good at that.
Awesome.
Keanu's so good.
Awesome movie.
But while Mitt looks the part, I think Obama definitely acts the part. I mean, he's got his swagger. He's cool, he's confident, he's composed. And you would have to be to go into a debate and say something like, by the way, Mitt, the 80s called, they want their foreign policy back. Now, admittedly, the 80s had called a few times because they were confused at why a black man was answering the phone at the Oval Office, but they got past that. They got past that. But who says that? Who at a presidential debate says that joke to his opponent? The coolest guy in the room, that's who. And I bet you anything he won $5 off one of his campaign writers because they said he wouldn't do it. And he did it. He did it. He's just that cool. He's just that cool.
What, speaking of debates, do you think that these really have an effect on voters and the election outcome?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, they sway things a little bit here and there. I mean, the first election, for instance, Obama came out a little flat. He wasn't quite himself. And the media was quick to report that maybe he was suffering from altitude sickness. Now, it was in Denver, so I can understand, which they, by the way, just legalized medicinal marijuana. Yeah. The quote out of the Obama camp, however, was that the president was just too high. I interpreted it one way, the media took it a different way. Who knows what the real story is? But, Romney won that debate, and the momentum shifted a little bit.
All right, well then, take us through the second debate.
Well, the second debate was a little up in the air. I think what it's going to be mostly remembered for is the Romney gaffe of binders of women. Now, let me just defend him for a second, because binders of women is actually an old Republican unit of measure for 20 women. There's a kitchen's... There's a kitchen's worth, a bushel, a peck, and a binder. And anything beyond that is known as a Clinton administration's worth of women. So he just got caught up in the vernacular. Don't give him too much of a hard time about it. But I don't know. I thought Obama won that one. People thought Romney won that one. It was just up in the air. It didn't really matter.
And all right, what about the third and final debate, the most recent one that took place? Who do you got in that?
Well, I think what the American people took out of the third debate was that Mitt Romney might have a sweat gland problem. He looked disgusting. He had a sheen of sweat It looked like he was smuggling heroin across the border and they just flagged him to pull over to the side of the road. He looked really uncomfortable. And it made me uncomfortable because I couldn't concentrate on what he was saying because I knew he had swamp ass. So I knew, and that's...
Really?
Yeah.
Your professional political analysis includes swamp ass, Damon.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, we've all been there. I've had it when I'm just sitting at home on a Sunday watching the Browns lose all hungover, and that's uncomfortable. I can only imagine what it's like to be wearing a full suit on a nationally televised presidential debate. You know, I mean, it's just probably a soggy mess. You know he's a tighty-whitey guy, unless he wears that, like, weird Mormon underwear that I keep hearing rumors about. I don't know what that is exactly, but...
All right,
yeah.
Fair enough. Wow. I don't even know.
Well, look, I think the biggest issue is we're going to see a lot of things about women's voting. It's a very polarized issue. Obviously, Mitt Romney does not support Planned Parenthood. I mean, how could you really? The American way is to just make a mistake and then alter your life around that mistake and then raise that mistake in an environment of bitter resentment and regret. You know, so who needs to Planned Parenthood? Obama, on the other hand, supports Planned Parenthood because who knows better than Obama about the consequences of not pulling out when he should have. You all right? You okay? You okay? You just coughed all over my pull-out joke. Thanks, man. Yeah. I think when it comes to the women vote in Planned Parenthood, Obama's going to have binders and binders of women voting for him. So.
All right, let's talk about a little bit the role. You know, Clevelanders obviously watch the show. We're from Northeast Ohio. The role Northeast Ohio in general, that we might play in this election.
Sure. Well, as in years past, as Ohio goes, so goes the nation, I think. And Cleveland's going through some changes. We just got rid of our president of the Browns. We just got rid of our manager of the Indians. So maybe Cleveland's moving towards this trend of change. And if that's the case, Obama should stay as far away from Pat Shurmur as possible because that guy stinks. He's garbage.
All right. Well, I guess at the end here, who do you have winning this election? Who are you going to vote for here, Damon?
I don't vote. I don't vote. There's no.
All right, Damon Kamen, everybody. Thanks so much. You guys are all sweating gross. Anyway, stick around. We're going to take a quick break, and then we will be back with Maureen Kyle from Channel 3 WKYC. Take it away, Trevor. Give it up one more time for Scratching the Riff, playing you out during that whole break.
Everybody.
All right, our first guest this evening, you can watch her on Channel 3, WKYC locally. She's a local lady. Please welcome to the show, Maureen Kyle, everyone.
Maureen Kyle, everybody.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
What's up? How are
Nice
you?
to see you again.
Ooh, look at all these lights and cameras.
I know, it's exciting,
Your
right?
green room is really fancy.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's a bar.
Yeah, I like it.
So, Maureen,
stocked.
how's the news?
We're totally boring this time of year.
Yeah.
Political. I think there's some sort of political something going on.
It's a little bit of something going on.
Sometimes something happens with like Cleveland sports. I hear that every once in a while. Really, we sit around.
There's
all day.
not a lot happening with Cleveland
Never.
sports.
Never.
I think you can all attest to that.
Yeah. No, I've been off for a month.
Oh, that must be nice.
Yeah.
Doing what? Seeing the world?
No, honestly though, like in September, I took a vacation, and then when I got back from vacation, you know how this always happens. You like pick something up on the plane.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know all
And
about this.
I got sick. I got bronchitis. So I worked like 4 days in September. I felt like I was totally working the system. So
Where'd you go on vacation to?
it's an undisclosed location.
Oh, all right.
He wants to maybe go sometime. He's thinking about big ideas.
It's where all the news people go.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I can go. I got the suit for it. I think
You
I'm.
do have the suit. I like
this.
it.
Are you wearing a name tag?
Yeah, because I told you I became a teacher today.
Oh,
Look at
right.
this.
That's what they give teachers now. There's no certificate needed. You just get a name
You just
tag.
get a name tag and you become a
And you
teacher
go-
in Cleveland.
And I think you have that's the 5th grade.
Fifth
name
grade
tag.
level, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, so he's
Because of
all
the
set.
colors.
5th grade is his
He's all
level.
set.
Yeah. Speaking of education, that was a great segue, Q, because I bet there's something you didn't know about Maureen. Maureen's dad, and we have to give her a hard time, is actually well known in Cleveland.
Yeah?
Chuck Kyle. He's the head coach of St. Ignatius football.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a big football
He's
program. Q.
obviously a fan.
He has no
Yeah,
idea
he's
what
been
we're
to every
talking
game.
about.
Saint, is that a
St.
hospital?
Ignatius is, yeah, it's a hospital. But I mean, let's real quick. Let's kind of bring that up. I mean, did you get brought up in football?
Oh,
Were you
completely.
a tomboy?
No,
I know about Maureen
was
as a kid.
I was not a tomboy.
She doesn't look like a tom.
No, I'm
She's not
definitely
dressed
not
like
a
one
tomboy.
now. Maybe growing up.
So, I mean, what might be surprising is I did try to play sports. I tried. Yes, I'm like 5'4", and I tried to play basketball.
How'd that work out?
I scored 4 points all 4 years.
Yeah.
4 points. Yeah.
That's an average of
Yep,
1
I
point
was-
per year.
We lost every single game. We were like the worst in the league. So, no, I don't have the sports gene. But, I mean, I went to every football game because it's we
Yeah, almost every football game, as we were talking before the show started. Your dad has a very important football game coming up,
Yep,
going for his 300th win.
300. Yep.
Yeah, you gonna be at that one, Maureen?
I will not be. Not only that, not only
Wow.
am I like not going to be at possibly his 300th win.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it's the Holy War.
It is.
So
snap.
the
Saint
Holy
means-
War is when St. Ignatius plays St. Ed's. It's the two rivalries, and it's like it was sold out in 20 minutes. Tickets sold out,
Oh, man.
and yeah, I can't
Not
be
even
there. I
gonna
can't be there.
support-
I have a prior commitment. So
What is more important than your dad and his 300th win?
again, I'm going to
You
this
don't have to tell us.
undisclosed
You don't have to
location.
tell us. It's okay.
Like undisclosed area.
I'm an enigma. I like to keep my private life private by being on TV all day long.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
So
Q has a question for you
Yeah.
that he's just
Hey,
dying to know.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
has been on my mind
Okay.
since I saw you.
And don't ask me where it came from.
since you saw
Since
me,
I
so
saw
like
you.
in the past
I
10
am
minutes.
letting him
Like,
fly solo here.
And
It's creepy.
Not a good idea. I know, not a
Oh,
good
okay.
idea.
it's a good question.
Like how creepy?
No, it's not a creepy question at
Okay.
all. This is a good question. It's been on my mind.
Uh-huh.
Are you a vegetarian?
I was.
Was? Yeah.
I was. Yeah.
Did what happened? Like.
I got married, and then I had to cook. Marriage.
Oh, they're married.
Got another vegetarian. No, I had to start cooking. I didn't want to cook separate meals. So
Oh yeah, no, I'm not a vegetarian either. I'm like a part-time vegetarian.
part-time.
Yeah, I like to call myself a part-time. Like a part-time is just a guy who just like adds more lettuce to like his burger. So like I just I'm half into it, but then
So you're like a vegetable supporter.
yeah, like I support people who eat vegetables.
Yeah.
And then like
This is you ask the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah.
this was something on my
And then it always gets turned. You ask one question, and then it gets turned into 3 minutes of you time.
Well, we was vibing right here. That's
Yeah, we were kind of vibing
You were
on the
vibing.
veggies.
Yeah, that's great.
All right, I'm done. I don't
What
know what to talk
about you gonna dress up for Halloween?
I never dress up for Halloween.
Why not? He's gonna be the Green Arrow.
That's a good costume.
Thank you.
Well, there's just so much pressure to dress up as something and come up with something creative, and then on top of that, the girl thing. Like, I'm a prude. Maybe I'm a prude, but I cannot do the like. I'm gonna basically be naked and going out for Halloween. Like
Sure.
everything is like slutty, whatever.
That's right.
So the last time I dressed up,
Slutty Obama.
Slutty Obama is a good one.
Yeah.
Last year I wanted to go as like
I
the
didn't see
herpes monkey that got loose in.
The herpes monkey.
Remember in Zanesville when all the animals got loose, the herpes monkey was on the loose?
That would be great.
That would have been good, but sexy herpes monkey. But no, the
There's nothing
last.
sexy about herpes, Maureen.
You didn't see my costume.
Oh, I stand corrected.
No, the last time I dressed up was a couple years ago, and I dressed up. I put on every item of clothing I had available. Every item of clothing, just piled it on. It was kind of like flying in the face of all the girls who take all their clothes off. But I put every article of clothing on, and I was a dirty clothes pile.
Wow.
That was real sexy,
That's some
right?
effort.
Real sexy.
What was the weather like that day? Because that's a lot of clothes to put on.
Right. It was actually kind of chilly, so it worked out in my favor. I mean, I grew up in Northeast Ohio, so like we always had to involve a snowsuit and like.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you love being on the news and being like back in Northeast Ohio? Like, you know, it's your home, it's where you were away for a little while, you're back.
Yeah, I did. I moved away for a little while, and I lived in New York. Then I moved south to Louisville, Kentucky. So like opposite ends of the spectrum there. I got called a Yankee a lot down there, but it's nice to be home. And I never thought, you know, like when you graduate high school and you're like, I'm out of this town. See you later. You know, it's like it's like your long lost friend. Like it's a city that knows you more than you know yourself. So it's like, you know, I go somewhere and somebody's like, I know your brother, I know your cousin, I know your dad. You know, it's like it's nice to have that element.
A lot of, where were you in New York? New York City?
I was in New York City. That's a disclosed location. I'm not keeping that.
Yeah, it's a lot of people know where that is.
Yeah.
So, did you drive? Did you walk? Did you subway it?
I never drove. I always took the subway.
All right, so are you a big parallel parker? I'm just asking.
I am amazing at parallel parking.
Really?
Like I wish that was a sport because I am really good at parallel parking.
I only ask because my friend seated to your right has a hard time parallel parking.
I don't.
And I will give this information out. He is 22 years old and does not have his driver's license due to parallel parking. So maybe you guys can set that up sometime. He needs a good teacher. He needs a good teacher.
Can I for a second defend myself before everybody start awing at me?
Absolutely not.
I do have a type of identification that is just not licensed, and I'm good at parallel parking except for cars getting away.
Is it a bus pass?
Huh? Yes.
Bus pass. Is your name on it? This is my bus pass. Did you get your picture on it?
No. I tried to take one from this old guy who had this. He looked just like my dad, and I tried to use his, but they won't let me. We had the same name, and I'm good at parallel. It's just cars getting away, so then I mess up with those. But on the streets, I'm good on the freeway, like without a license, and also. I shouldn't put that out there.
All right. Let's go back to Maureen. You're so
Let's
interesting.
go back to the
You're so
vegetarian.
interesting. You want to go back to the vegetarian thing? We can. So we were talking before the show. We are kind of talking about some fun facts and things.
Uh-huh.
And you brought up a great childhood.
Yeah,
fun
well, you were
Maureen
asking
Kyle
me about
fact.
things like that you could Google and
Oh,
find out.
we'll get to that here.
Oh, we're gonna get
but
to
I
the
want to
Google.
hear. Let's tell everybody your fun story because I thought this was hilarious. Q, you're not going to know because you're too young for these
Yeah,
shows.
you're too young.
But
That's what's really scary. That's how this came up. So I got my hair done just for this occasion last night.
Looks great.
Thank you.
I got mine cut the other day
Did
too
you?
for this occasion.
We
yeah.
should line it up and like try and, get our hair cut around the same time.
Yeah, it'd be a
that'd
good
be,
plan.
That'd be really cool.
Awesome.
So yeah, I was getting my hair cut last night, and just with my hairstylist, she and I were talking about old 80s cartoons, like when we were kids. Because she was talking about going as Jem for Halloween, and then I was like, do you remember Thundercats? And I don't remember anything about Thundercats other than in the opening music, like there was a girl Thundercat, and it was like this swooshing around, and then the girl Thundercat like ended up at the camera like that. So all of my pictures when I'm like 3 years old, I thought that's how you pose for pictures. So I have all these pictures of me at 3 like this, and it's like really, it's like 80s rific with the.
Which is great because
it's a fun fact you can't Google.
Before we get you out of here, this goes perfect into my fun fact. If you look up Moren Kyle on the Google, in 2008, some random website listed Moren Kyle as the hottest news personality in all of Cleveland.
Yeah, there was a drought that year.
Yeah. How was that?
Just like ironically, that happened to line up with all the layoffs.
Were you so excited? You were just like, this is amazing.
I had people in the hall like, do you know that you're on this blog? And I'm like,
did that creep you out a little bit that they were all coming up to you? Like, that they just all, it's almost like they all subscribe to the blog. And like, did you know that you're on this random blog and the hottest Cleveland? I mean, that creeped me out a little bit.
I don't know who voted. I don't know who voted, and I don't know where this came from. It's flattering. It definitely is. Yeah. It's flattering. I think I've been knocked out of that seat a couple times since 2008 for sure. For sure. But yeah, no, that was funny.
There you go. Moren Kyle, she's going to stick around. You're going to be our judge for Flip Cup later, right? All right.
Yes, I used to be pro.
Once again, Moren Kyle from Channel 3 WKYC. Tune in weeknights to check her out. Scratch her, take us away. We'll be back with iPhonic, everybody. We are back. Moren Kyle, gracious enough to stick around with us. She's going to play a bit role here in a few minutes. Are you excited for what's going to be coming up?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. I've been practicing.
Good.
Practicing flip cup?
Yeah, at home, just
flipping cups.
flipping cups at home.
Folks, this band has been around for the last couple of years here in Cleveland, Ohio, making it their home, traveling all over the place besides just Cleveland, of course. But coming up on December 21st, they are playing the End of the World show at Peabody's. Please welcome to the show, iPhonic. I feel like you guys are down a member.
Wait, Joe Q, where are you at, brother, man? He's probably taking shots.
You guys... All right, well, you know, Joe in here.
You got the important numbers, me.
You guys gonna get these and pass them around while you talk? So let's get to know kind of iPhonic a little bit. Dave, tell us a little bit how the band even started, how you guys got together.
Well, Gibson and I are both Libras, so that's how we kind of met. We had at a Libra conference.
That's excellent.
No, we actually, him and I met at OU, #1 party school. What's up?
OU, oh yeah.
Bobcats. Top 25.
Bobcats. We're actually
football
ranked
right
in
now.
sports for the first time. Oh, there he is.
There's Joe. All right.
JQ, everyone.
I think he was practicing flip cup back there.
Yeah.
I think he was getting ahead of the game.
He's cheating.
So we met at OU. We started hanging out. We started playing in a cover band. We started rocking bars and backyard parties and doing keg stands together. And next thing you know, here we are 6 years later, still friends.
Next thing you know, here we are at Living Large. Bada bing, bada boom.
Matt, is it all about the party? Are you guys just rock stars just to party? Or what is...
I
music?
mean,
What?
you know, no, that's not why we pursue rock and roll. I mean, we party like crazy regardless if there's music or not. You know, I mean, music is a bonus. The fact that we're playing it is a mega bonus. But no, man, we party just because we love it.
Yeah.
Steve, we're actually trying to get away from the whole music thing and
you
just
are?
really
More
get
music?
into the partying side of things.
Professional partying. That's a booming economy.
Yes,
here.
that's what we're going for.
Well, and Ben, you're kind of the elder statesman of the crew here, right?
I just turned 22 like 2 days ago, so yes, these guys are still 15, 16.
Is it hard to keep track of everybody when you guys are all out?
They're probably trying to keep track of me half the time. Tell you the truth.
A couple craving Red Bulls, and we don't know where he's at.
I'm sorry to interrupt the show, but is there a chance I can get a vodka drink brought to the stage? I'm getting the shakes.
There's only one vodka we drink on this show.
And that, of course.
And that, of course, is Q.
Crave vodka.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit music-wise. You guys had a huge hit last year, remixing with Corey Stump on This City. Joe, talk a little bit about that. Kind of like a surreal. I mean, it was huge in this town.
Yeah, it was. They did a remix to it in every city. It started out in Chicago, and that's where Patrick Stump's from, and it was with a guy named Lupe Fiasco. He's a pretty big guy in the hip-hop world. Shout out to Lupe. And every 96.5 across the country did their own version to it. They picked us to be the Cleveland version. Shout out to DJ EV making that happen.
Bo Matthews.
Bo Matthews. Everybody at 96.5. And ours is really the biggest in the country next to Chicago. The whole city's really gotten behind our Cleveland version. And it's just good to have a song for Cleveland because we don't really have one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Steve, real quick, can
Yeah.
I point out that Joe Q is such a rapper that even in his interviews, he holds his mic
He
like
holds
a
the
rapper.
mic, yeah. He does. He really does. He really does.
I just want to tell you real quick that we had
Sorry
this
to bring a
song.
little swag to the stage,
His
guys.
voice is a
I
little,
was just thinking the exact same thing. What a rapper.
his
Straight
voice
rap.
sounds so much deeper when he holds it like that than what it really is. And I tell you what, I totally got to throw a flub out there. I just called Patrick Stump Corey Stump.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
That's his weird
I
cousin.
think you were thinking of
No,
Corey
you don't wanna-
Feldman.
I totally a guy from Twinsburg High School, friends with named Corey Stump, not Patrick Stump. but it's
Patrick
all
Stump
good.
of Fallout Boy.
Yeah, he is, that part we do. He has no idea who it was, one way or the other.
White guy music.
My white thing, you wouldn't
I
get
said
it.
we're gonna have iPhonic on the show. He's like, is that like an iPod? What is that? I'm like, no, dude, it's no, that's not what happens. You guys got any questions for these
He wants
lovable
to know
guys?
if you guys are vegetarian.
Well, you know, it was a mere 2 years ago when I was 100% carnivorous. But now I'm actually the only one in the band who's probably like 80% vegetarian. I eat a lot of tofu, you know, tofu for breakfast,
80%.
tofu for lunch. Now that I'm at the
I think he's
concert,
beating
I
you.
want some chicken.
He's only 50.
Yo, I'm a big Morningstar guy myself. I eat everything Morningstar. I don't know what's so funny about that. It's
All right, you guys are in the recording studio, I think, right now, kind of working on some stuff, right? Some new music at the moment. Ben, you want to tell us a little bit about that at all?
Yeah, we've been just getting to my studio, Spider Studios, home of we did MGK, bunch of different people just putting a bunch of songs together. Gibson, myself writing songs, these guys coming up with some lyrics, and we've got something pretty hot coming for you here soon.
That's awesome. And Dave, December 21st, big show, Peabody's. It's either the end of the world or you guys at least get to put on a big party.
We figure if we're going to go out,
Or both.
what better than to celebrate with iPhonic, doing the thing we love the most, which is partying until everyone dies.
Yeah.
As opposed to until usually just one or two of us die, and then we have to resurrect in the morning.
Well, since your guys' MO, as some people like to point out, is partying, the great party game of Flip Cup is a big deal, and it is about to be brought to the set of Up Late with Steve Guy for the very first time.
Wow.
It's a challenge that's been being talked about all week. We are now going to bring over our band, Scratch and Riff. Oh, go ahead, man.
Hold on, Steve. I'm sorry, but we've all played Flip Cup before.
Yeah.
But have we all played Flip Cup with Crave vodka? I say we up the ante, dump out the beer. We'll drink that later, put in a pitcher. And we play Flip Cup with shots of vodka. Are you guys afraid?
There's no fear here, man. There is a fact that...
I'm not scared. Dude, put the
Barmaid, pour the Crave.
What?
Do the
Yeah,
Crave.
man, whatever, man. Let's do it, man.
I just got a whole bunch of beers.
He's just saying, put him in a pitcher, man. We'll drink it later.
I'll tell you what. Here you go. So throw this in there. It's going to be best 2 out of 3. All right?
We'll win all 3.
We will do game 1 with Crave vodka. The other 2, beer.
I can accept
Can you
those.
accept that?
I can accept those.
So some of us got to drive home at the end of the night,
challenge.
Matt Gibson.
And it's not me.
And Maureen Kyle is going to be our judge. So
We're
she will
gonna judge
know who finishes first. And she's going to be, we have to start on her call.
By the way, did that check clear yet?
For
Oh.
The bribe,
he thinks-
get it, folks?
He thinks that we
Oh,
bought.
I only accept cash.
You're a bit slow.
I know, I got singles in the car.
Can we possibly get some Crave vodka up to the set?
Where's Rain Dog?
Maybe
Green Dog on 3. 1, 2, 3. Green Dog! Woo! My man Robbie Flair here. What's up, baby?
We need.
He brought his own whistle. That guy brought
did.
his own whistle. That
All
was
right.
good.
It might be a minute till we get the Crave, guys. So
Do
we'll
the-
start
do the
with
Why
beer
don't
the
we start
first
with
round.
beer?
We will do the beer to
Start
start.
with the beer.
We'll
and
do
then
grand finale round 3 with
I
Crave.
will even let Team iPhonic choose which side of the table they want.
on this side.
Which side?
right now, this side.
This
We have
side?
2 good sides, our front and our back, so this works.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. Do you guys want us to turn the table?
Yeah, I don't want my
Maybe
eyes-
Donkus should turn table.
Oh, that's
What's
a
up,
good
man?
one.
What's up? Comedian.
Pretty good there.
All right, I gotta get on the end so I can see who flips.
And we'll have Maureen can tell us. We don't want to use all these beers, but Maureen can tell us if the beers are even, what the deal
We want a
is
fair
here.
judge here, all right?
What's up with the budget on this show, man? He's like, we don't want to use all the beers. We don't want to use Crave vodka.
Whoa,
They have a heavy
Matt, you need to
beer.
calm yourself. We need to go through. We need to go.
Yeah, heavy beer.
Matt, we got to go through 2 games, buddy.
Hold up, man. Here's what we should do. Let's buy some more beer and play with full cups. Is that cool? Are you guys cool
No,
with
we're
that?
not playing with full cups. All right,
All right.
we will play. Who wants to be where, guys? All right, you guys know
Can we
the standard rule.
can we go over the rules just to make sure
The
everyone...
rules of Flip Cup. Maureen will say, all cups stay on the table. Maureen will tell us when to go. We'll start at that end. So Dave and Rob will start. Drink it. Put it on the edge. Flip the cup. Let me get these out of the way.
I was trying to catch the action.
Yeah, this could get messy. Could get messy. All right, so if we can work on getting some Crave vodka over here so we can fill the cups with the Crave.
I think I see it on its
Third
way.
game, it's on the way. Great, fantastic. But let's get this game rolling. No, we're gonna start out down there.
We're
Maureen's
starting
gonna
down
tell us.
here. No, we're gonna
We'll
start down
we'll
here.
start the
Grand
second
finale.
game. We will
Grand
start.
finale.
Cheers and go. Cheers and
All right, ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go. Uh-oh, Rob's falling behind already. Come on, team up late.
Done.
Oh man. No, Rob, you gotta keep going. Apparently we haven't played this game before. Come on, Rob. There you go. All right. You guys are falling behind. Oh, thank you so much.
Nice. Q, it's all on you.
Q, you gotta catch it. Oh man. Come on, we're losing.
Q on Q.
Oh, come on. That was sad, guys. All right.
All right, fill her back up.
Fill
her back
let's
up.
fill them back up.
As much as you can. I don't know.
We will.
Yeah, these are the last two that we have.
Yeah. Matt, easy there. We need to even this out.
I know. We're good.
Joe, I guess we'll start this time, maybe. Sure, we'll start this time.
Need one more beer. Oh, yeah.
Is that kicked?
No, we're good. Are we good on? Are we pretty even on the beers here?
No, I don't know. I don't know if we
Let's
can
have
do
the
it.
judge take an official
Yeah,
look.
Judge, can we take a look? Because we're out of beer. We gotta,
We out of beer.
It's a little light.
I mean, we can do the vodka now, and then we can do beer game
Is it
3.
gross if I like pour some
Okay.
of this in there? All right.
All right,
It's like you
fantastic.
guys kissed. It's fine.
Oh, that's,
It just went there.
all right. So
Steve's
she's
got a little more than you, but
I'm afraid
that's when you're the host.
fancy tricks this time.
so she's gonna tell us.
All right, so we're starting on that end.
We're starting on this end now.
Coming this way.
We're gonna go this way, and we're gonna go back this way. So we're gonna end at Dave and Rob. Can you handle that? All
All
right.
right. All right.
She says go. We'll cheers.
Give you
You want to go
three
down
count
and then
go.
up? Yeah, absolutely.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
I got that on first flip, team. Let's go. Come on.
Q, it's all on you, buddy.
Oh, come
It's all
on.
you.
There we go. All right, come on. It's our time to catch up. Oh, you guys, come on. All right, come on, Rob. It's up to you. It's up to you, Rob. 2
All right, bonus round.
Bonus round. Bonus round.
All right.
Oh, yeah!
I don't think we need to
What-
pour this quite as much.
Would you agree that whoever wins the vodka
Yeah, it's
round
kinda like
wins
double
it all?
or nothing. Double or
Wins it
nothing.
all. All right.
This is a double down.
We could win it.
The Crave Vodka presents the first annual double down.
That's right. Double or nothing here on Up Late with Steve. Yeah, this is really going to get
Everyone,
us on
please
TV.
find your
What do you guys do on your show?
DD.
We get sloshed with bands known for partying, and we just drink vodka. I just pretty much doing like a shot at you guys, okay?
like me on guitar after the break.
Gibson's
Yo,
got
he said he was doing a shot. Look at that. Does that look like a shot to
It's
you?
a
What kind
big
of
cup.
shots are you taking,
It's
bro?
a big cup.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. You
It's
guys
good.
are even.
Maureen says it's good. David, can I have your cup? Thank you.
You want more? If you want more.
This, this
It's
segment,
not
of
my
course, brought
normal
to you
cup
by
of tea,
Crave
but it'll
Vodka.
work.
Officially here.
Sorry.
All right.
All right, which end do you want to start at
Maybe we
again?
should start in the middle this time, Maureen. Do you?
Middle. Middle. What?
Like,
No,
there's no
we
middle,
gotta
it's
go. That's
All right, all
it's more
right.
dramatic. It's more dramatic. Down here?
Yeah, let's start down there.
Okay.
Switch. Oh,
Starting
you want to
down
switch
here
it up?
again.
No, the game has started. We'll not switch.
Do you guys want to? Do you guys want to be at the end? You and
No, I don't. Yo, I'll start again.
you want us to start? All right. All right.
All right.
We'll start on this end again.
All right, again, the 3 count and go. Ready? 3.
What are you doing?
A pregame? You want a pregame here? All right. Right,
Here we go. Here we go.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Was that pregame?
Hey, there we go. All right, come on. We're still in this one right now.
Oh my gosh! Double down.
Come on. Come on, Rob. Come on, Rob. Celebration. It's amazing. It's amazing. Let's get the post-game interview. Guys, how's it feel to lose double or nothing in the Flip Cup Championship of the world on Up Late
Going
with
to
Steve
church
Guys?
Sunday.
Yo, 1 out of 3 is not a victory in anybody's book.
It feels like the whole damn thing was fixed.
I don't know what you're talking about. Hey,
Sorry.
stick around one more time. December 21st at Peabody's. You could catch iPhonic doing their thing. The End of the World show. Stick around. These guys are going to do a special performance coming up for you next. All right, ladies and gentlemen, each show at the end of the show, we like to showcase something that someone in Cleveland is doing. Crave, our sponsor, of course, their slogan is "Embrace your passion." And we're passionate about the city, and we're passionate about everything that we do here on the show. and embracing their passion tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, iPhonic.
Thank you, everybody. We'll play a little tune. This one's called Last Forever.
Yeah.
Through all these days, all these nights, all these girls and all these nights, I wish I could make it last forever. So remember those days, remember those lights, all of those girls and all those nights, 'cause nothing can last forever.
I'm going hard every night, man, high on whatever. Taking every picture to help me remember. Thought a little money would make it all better, but now it only matters that we all still together. They tell me I change, put it on my tab, charge it to the game. Wouldn't let us in, so we made our own lane. And I can't stop now, girl, I'm doing my thing. Nights in Orlando, lights out in Vegas, going every place that our music would take us. And really we just try to live a little, so tell the bartender make the next one a triple, I swear.
I'm feeling like I never wanna fall asleep, 'cause right now I'm living like it's all a dream. Who would've known this life could be so beautiful?
Bring it back.
Through all these days, all these nights, all these girls and all these nights, I wish I could make it last forever. So remember those days, remember those lights, all of those girls and all those nights, 'cause nothing can last forever.
There's so many nights I wish I could go back to. It's funny how you never know it's there till it's past you. Now here I am, looking back on the friends I lost. Man, I still thank God that our paths got crossed. Know a lot went down, you ain't get to see. I'ma do it all twice, let you live through me. And they tell me I'm wildin', I'm just flying, living every day like I know I'm dying. It's not about the tears, it's all about the laugh. It's all about the ride, not about the crash. Get it while you can, 'cause you know it won't last. And remember every minute, 'cause it goes so fast, it's
Feeling
gone.
like I never wanna fall asleep, 'cause right now I'm living like it's all a dream. Who would've known this life could be so beautiful? Through all these days, all these nights, all these girls and all these nights, I wish I could make it last forever. So remember those days, remember those nights, all of those girls and all those nights, 'cause nothing can last forever. Let's make it last forever. Last forever. Last forever. Last forever.
We are iPhonic, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, let's hear it one more time for iPhonic, everybody. Your
Thank you,
great
everybody.
performance
Thanks.
of the week.
Steve Guy, you beat us fair square on the double down, so we brought gifts for you guys, man. We got iPhonic
Really?
t-shirts sponsored by Bike Styles for everybody on the show today.
I got you, Don.
Oh, man.
You have to fight off of what you want. Q, you get a t-shirt.
the free t-shirts.
Scratch and Riff gets a t-shirt, man.
Those are fantastic. You guys sell these at the show or what?
We sell these at the show. We sell these at Bike Styles store in Menor Mall.
Oh, Bike Styles and Menor. There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thanks to iPhonic. Thanks to Maureen Kyle for joining us. Thanks for Damon Kamen, Radescu Hopkins, Scratch and Rip, and Crave Vodka, Liquid Sixx, and Abido Studio, who took care of all the audio for us tonight. We'll see you next time, right here at Liquid Sixx. I'll play with Steve Guy.